Because the 3060 Ti brand new, or the 3060 Ti gives you the same processing power as a fucking 2080, and I'm sorry, Nikhil. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to Real, everybody. I'm really pissed off.
We're not doing that.
No.
We're not doing that yet.
No.
No, I'm not warmed up.
All right, fair enough.
And
I got to get the Abby Shapiro out of my penis first. Welcome to Real, everyone.
You can't open on tech talk. We tried that once.
No. Yeah, it had to happen on that one. Okay, This week we watched Shaolin Soccer, starring Stephen Chow, also written and directed by him. I don't. Nothing negative to say about this one.
Yeah. No, you could tell by the opening sequence that it was going to be quality.
Was incredible.
Bill actually stayed awake for the whole thing.
Did he?
Yeah, he really liked it.
See,
he is already passed out now.
Yeah, he had to.
Well, yeah, the Shaolin Soccer isn't done.
he was staying up really late. He was super focused on the movie.
Yeah.
So, it's to all the listeners that want to see cute cat footage, probably should sign up for the incoming Patreon for the video portion of the podcast.
We have that now.
What? We don't have the Patreon.
No, I mean, like, we have the cat footage.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so just kind of
You want to see a cat sleep in a position that, by all rights, seems uncomfortable, but it isn't, I guess.
So I guess the like a rundown of who Stephen Chow is, because I know for sure, Jesse, you have no idea who he is, and I think most listeners or viewers of podcasts like this don't actually really get who he is and how important he is to Asian cinema. What month is this coming out in? April?
Yeah, April.
Okay.
This is the last one for April.
Okay, cool. So it's April going into May. Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah, cool. Stephen Chow is one of the most decorated Chinese directors that's pretty much ever worked in the industry. In terms of comedy, he is the only person I can think of that can even match Jackie Chan in terms of just like how many movies he's worked on and just like how many awards he's won for his physical stunts and all of that. The two most popular movies that he's known for is this one, Shaolin Soccer, as well as Kung Fu Hustle.
Was he the main character in Kung Fu Hustle? He
Yes.
was like the guy who is a piece of shit until the end.
Yeah.
And in this one, he's Iron Leg.
Yeah, Steel Leg.
Steel Leg, sorry.
Yeah. So pretty much, so there is one black mark on his career, and I want you two to guess what that movie is.
I'm not really familiar with his work.
I'm not either, but
I've only seen
total
this in-
shot in the dark that might be problematic. Big Trouble in Little China.
That was a good guess.
No, that's
Okay.
so far from being it.
I mean, no, it's not it. But for him, that's a good guess.
Okay, that's yeah.
Like I'll give you that one. Like I didn't expect you to say anything.
He was the executive producer on Dragon Ball Evolution.
Ooh.
That's how they got Chow Yun Fat.
Bro, that's not a black mark.
That's literally how they got Chow Yun Fat.
Well, that
he
makes sense,
fucking tricked Chow Yun Fat into doing Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh, man.
He tricked him into going under a box propped up with a stick.
And it's just a tiny index card with Oscar written on it.
Yeah. It's like, hey, what's that over there? A seemingly normal-looking American movie that needed Chinese actors. What's that doing over there under that box?
Yeah.
Who was Chow Yun Fat in?
Roshi. Yeah, he was Master Roshi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chow Yun Fat is also like a prolific Hong Kong action movie star.
He was in like Hard Boiled, right?
He was in Hard Boiled.
Yeah.
He was Detective Tequila.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
He was an Asian man named Detective Tequila.
It was fucking incredible. And then he was also the main character in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah. He looks super different in those two movies. I feel like
they're pretty far apart. I think
Yeah.
Hard Boiled was like late 80s, early 90s, and then Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon was like 99, 2000.
Oh, okay. So
So
like
there was like a
10-ish
10-year
years.
difference. But anyways, Shaolin Soccer, movie about a gang of Shaolin misfits getting together and playing a grand old game of football
How dare you?
against Team Evil.
Yeah. Oh, it's like you said. We know who
so
the bad
amazing.
guys are.
We
right
know.
away.
Yeah, I think the Shapiro family would
They might
greatly
be-
enjoy this fucking movie.
I think they're onto something.
Yeah. Oh my god. No, I can't. We can't do that. We can't do that off the
Yeah,
I
bat.
told you it was going to happen in this episode.
Dude, they kind of spitting though.
They do, because like if you at any point didn't name the Team Evil, I never would have guessed.
Yeah, dude.
With all of their underwater soccer training, I would have never guessed.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like now you
Absolutely
know that the
legendary.
sinister aura is an evil sinister aura.
Yeah. So the movie opens up with like the best flashback scene of all time, and just like the comedic zoom-ins of people holding up bats just ready to break this dude's knees.
Yeah.
Oh, it was incredible.
I will say the transition into the modern day of like evil soccer partner teammate
The
into
laugh.
mullet.
Yeah, that was really
Was
good.
Yeah.
awesome.
There's this weird thing
The
about
face transform?
how they
Yeah.
cast like Chinese movies. They always make sure that the evil guy has a really specific face shape,
They do.
to the point
No,
where if you've
like-
watched enough, you can tell who's going to be evil by looking.
No, this isn't even a meme. Like,
Really?
this is literally in any Chinese movie that was made like pre 2009, right? Like in any of the movies, even if it's like one of those double crossing secret agent movies, kind of like The Departed, which was also straight up just fucking stolen from a Hong Kong action movie called Infernal Affairs. We're gonna watch that at some point.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
Well,
We can
I mean,
watch
the
it next
Departed
month.
one.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna watch that at some point. But so you can straight up just tell by looking at the dude's face, like who is the guy that is the evil one.
Is
Yeah,
this
dude.
specifically for
'Cause,
Hong
like,
Kong or
especially
just like
Hong Kong and specifically Hong Kong action.
The
Okay.
fucking when he puts his foot on his head, right, and he just goes,
yeah.
right. And
He's
like, oh, they're not
I'm
gonna-
like,
this-
oh, they're
that's
being real.
what Patrick Bateman would look like if he was born in Shanghai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so the face shape in Hong Kong is the equivalent to like the goatee in Hollywood. back
Yeah,
in the day.
like the mustache
It's
twirling
like
shit.
if you
Yeah,
find
yeah.
the one Asian dude that doesn't suffer from round face, he's the evil one.
Yeah.
See, the problem is Stephen Chow is both. Like Stephen Chow can get hit by both like the evil guy as well as the good guy, right?
Yeah. You can't
He
can't
does
really
play
tell.
a little bit like a misfit though. In
Yeah.
all of his movies, he
Yeah.
is the guy that is a piece of shit, but he's also kind of like the lovable grifter.
You want to see him succeed.
Yeah, he's the lovable grifter.
Yeah. You in Kung Fu Hustle, you don't know he's the protagonist
Yeah.
until like the third
It's
act.
literally like the final fight
Yeah.
of Kung Fu Hustle.
Because
You're
he-
like,
because he's
oh,
awful. He's
yeah.
the worst martial artist.
He is.
Was it worse than like the team trying to play soccer for the first time in this one? 'Cause
No, that was incredible.
No, that was really good.
It like I love. Okay, so we should try to stay a little bit chronologically with this one.
Yeah,
'cause-
that's fair.
But so first off, the dialogue doesn't really matter that much. There were a couple solid quips, right?
Yeah.
But so Stephen Chow's character meets the former soccer star that got his legs broken by an angry mob after like biffing a penalty kick. Was it a penalty kick?
It was a penalty kick, but he threw. He didn't.
Oh
whiff
yeah,
it.
he threw because like
Yeah.
the evil guy, the owner of Team Evil was like, hey, if you throw this,
Yeah, he
like,
gave
we're
him a
gonna-
check that turned out to be invalid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like with the amount of money that they were throwing around, where it's like in pennies, I'm pretty sure that check was for like $1,500.
Well, with inflation.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want you talking about your fetishes over here.
Jesus Christ. No, but like then
You hit me with that too many times.
Hey Eric, do you know how much the price of a Sonic game has increased in the past few years because of this recession?
No.
You know, it's a good way to check that.
Oh God. Oh, please
I
don't
can't,
go there.
I can't do it.
Don't do
Dude,
it, man.
I
It's
can't
not
do it.
worth it.
Do it.
I've heard
Do it.
I've heard that joke so many times over Twitch text to speech. Oh my god.
Do it. What were you saying?
No, there's this joke, right? About like the cost of Sonic games increasing because of the economic situation.
Yeah.
And is like, dude, the game is like, it used to be this much, now it's this much. If you don't believe me, search Sonic inflation. On Google.
You couldn't
Just fucking Google it.
Yeah.
No, I thought that
2 on that
no,
one?
I thought that he was gonna plug like an FTX equivalent thing where like we were just gonna make like a financial,
Yeah.
like an actual financial meme instead of just like pure degeneracy.
No. It's Sonic was involved.
All right.
Man. It's
Sonic
Sonic
degenerate.
Adventure 2 Battlecoin.
Episode sponsored by the Sonic fandom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't want their money.
you did this.
No, I don't have contact with the fandom in its entirety, I think.
And I would hope not. I feel like most people that are fans of Sonic are pretty problematic in their own right.
I've been led to believe most of them are, yes.
Yeah.
I was sent something recently that there's like another. They just keep trying, and like there's a Sonic game that's coming out now, and
If it's not Shadow the Hedgehog 2, I don't want to hear it.
no, but they have Sonic like fighting a boss, and you hear him saying, "You can do this. You feel great. You can do this." I was like, "That's a fucking Dragon Ball reference. That's amazing."
Yeah.
Why would they throw that in there? I don't know. But
Thank you for
that's an-
segueing back into this movie
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the Dragon Ball
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, no more. We can't talk about hedgehogs on this podcast.
hmm
Okay, cool.
we've been on the same page
Yeah.
since it was uttered.
So yeah, Mr. Evil gave the coach of the Shaolin monk team
The bad check.
a check of
Hired a mob-
$1,500.
Hired a mob to end his career by just beating his leg
knees.
with a
Which
bat.
I'm like, okay, listen, man.
Several
If
bats.
if Derek Rose can still have a career after the things that happened to his knees, I'm pretty sure this guy could have,
Yeah?
yeah. Maybe not a star, right? But definitely a role
He
player.
was still limping, my man. This was decades later.
See, this is why like this generation is so weak. Like he just kept faking it.
Oh, is it because
Eric,
Chicago
the
water
bats
is still
broke
that much
against
better?
his leg. Wooden bats shattered against his leg.
Okay, well then Stephen Chow's character also the bats broke against his legs. What up?
His leg is steel, though.
Yeah.
One was gold. It's
there in
more
his name.
malleable.
Yeah, gold is a really soft metal.
But oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So I guess what happens after that is like so Stephen Chow's character and the coach meet, like run into each other after the coach gets fired from his job as being like
and he's
the
doing
water
this, like,
boy.
this really stereotypical stretch.
Yeah.
But he's only
The
being
perfect
supported by like
splits.
bundles in like that are filled with aluminum cans.
Yeah.
So it's like, how is that
garbage.
stable?
I also just
Yeah.
love how like the opening of the movie is probably like the most emotionally it's just like the most emotional part of the movie, just seeing like the deterioration of this sports superstar. And then it's just him
Yeah,
like
he straight looks
publicly
homeless.
Yeah, just like publicly drinking and being homeless pretty much. So this is the other thing, right? Like what are they paying him? If like after working for this dude for 20 years, you can't afford to rent like a studio.
Exposure.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you can't get exposure being the fucking water boy.
He doesn't know that. Remember,
Yeah, man.
Oh,
remember
this
Adam
is
Sandler-
2001.
Yeah, remember Adam
you're
Sandler's
right.
Waterboy? That would have just come out. He thinks he can do it.
Yeah, that's true.
He was also just like the shoe shiner, except he was the surface on which the
Yeah.
shoes got shined.
And he does a completely different evil smile when it happens to him.
Yeah. So then they run into each other, and then like the stupidest introduction to just female strutting happens immediately after.
God damn.
That
bro.
was
those hits.
incredible.
Could not comprehend how she was moving her body that way.
And I'm watching this and I'm just like, no, that is exactly how I want every woman to walk ever. That is the only way that I will ever find you attractive. Abby Shapiro, where are you at? Okay, sorry, go on.
Go on. No, I was just saying those hips. That was fucking.
You
That
can't
was its
say
own
those
form
hips
of-
after I go, Abby Shapiro, where are you at? You
Yeah,
can't
I don't
do
know about
that.
that one, Jesse.
This dude straight up went, Abby Shapiro, what them hips do?
No. I said those hips when. God damn it.
That's fucking insane.
No, but
Dude,
this
you're
this,
wild today.
This
Yeah.
lady was just fucking dislocating her hips with every step that she took, and then she
it's
slipped
the
on a
craziest catwalk.
Yeah.
Walk.
banana. It's absurd.
I'm like, you're gonna throw your back out.
Yeah,
There's-
100%.
And then she like eats shit in by slipping on a banana peel in the most like Looney Tunes fashion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then I love how that goes into the cutscene of the master basically also slipping on a banana peel and then
Yeah.
walking
And then
on
him
top
just
of
like going from banana peel to banana peel and then
Yeah.
shooting into the air.
Yeah, that was incredible.
And then it cuts to fucking the golden leg being the teacher. Then he's
Yeah.
like the teacher in
Yeah,
public.
all the
And then-
montages are done. It was him the whole time.
So that was like immediately after this woman was having like an issue parallel parking her
it was
car.
parallel
yeah.
parking, and then it was trimming the hedge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The trimming the
Yeah.
hedge part wasn't. The trimming the hedge part was like whatever, but the
Mm.
parallel parking one was
Was
hilarious. This dude's just like, yeah, if this woman just gets out and just fucking
Does kung fu.
Yeah,
at
does like
the
a double
car.
punch or
yeah,
something.
it's just like
Parallel
if you
parking,
treat
perfect.
that car like Ip Man treated that Japanese fella, like 100%, that car's getting in there.
Eric, you
no
are going
dip.
to need to be way,
Way
more,
more
specific,
specific.
than that Japanese fella.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
clear winner there.
Yeah, there were a lot of Japanese fellas
Yeah.
in that movie.
Yeah,
A lot at
being
once.
the operative word.
A lot at once and then
Yeah,
some.
that
And
dude
then
was
none.
that dude was fully capable of listening to his own toes after that sequence.
And then so she parallel parks with kung fu at the end, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
And the
Oh,
car
that was
definitely
amazing.
gets dented.
yeah.
when it impacts the
I'm
wall.
like, okay, like we need to change the materials that we're using in cars now. If everybody can just like Shaolin palm thrust a car into a tight space.
yeah, and like there was no visible dent, but like you heard it. But it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but dude, what is the crash test rating on that thing?
Yeah, and I'm also like, where are the alarm systems? Like, this is the least secure part of Hong Kong ever.
yeah.
Well, I really hope that she, closed her mirror before she did that. At the very least. Otherwise,
I think that's what made the noise. Actually,
Yeah.
like if I had to guess.
But yeah,
All that
then
is her
and then
fault.
so like it was right after that they have like the fully CGI'd Shaolin monks rushing out of the gates.
Yeah.
All-
yeah.
and it
And
was
there's a bunch of
Oh, that was
salarymen.
amazing.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, they do the whole fade out thing again, and it's just everybody doing the poses, and then the master, the master just
golden
is,
leg being the master.
It was so funny.
in public. He has to take off the beard and the robes and everything. That was awesome.
Yeah,
We totally skipped over like the intro sequence after the intro sequence with the planets in line, and then one of the
Yeah.
planets having the six
The dots.
dots, and then the soccer behind that.
Yeah,
was
okay.
the sun.
I completely
So
forgot.
in the beginning of the
or like
movie,
I completely
there's,
missed that
there's
because I
Earth,
was
right. It's like the sphere.
It's like the
conjunction
golden
thing.
nipple thing.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty neat. So I didn't start paying attention to the movie until like they started talking.
How can you ignore that opening
Yeah.
sequence?
I was like,
That's
I
on you,
had
bro.
other stuff I needed
I watched
to do.
it twice.
The intro sequence or
Yeah.
the movie? No, like this movie is great. I don't remember if we saw it together, but like I watched
saw,
this
the
movie
first
as
time
a
I
kid.
saw it on DVD.
Yeah, I watched this movie as a kid. Like growing up, this was one of the few movies. So there used to be renting services for pretty much like Asian soap operas or anything like that,
Oh,
because no streaming, or anything
Right.
like that. And my
Yeah, yeah.
grandma
I got
didn't
this at
want
a
to watch.
Blockbuster.
No Asian grandmother is gonna want to watch the fucking soaps. So every
Right.
single week we would go down to Argyle and rent like pretty much like a half season of episodes for my grandma to just binge watch during the day.
shit.
Mhm.
And this was one of the few like movies that we rented, and it was on VHS. That was dope.
My people had a
VHS.
similar store.
Yeah, I think anybody that wasn't white had a similar store.
Yeah, a place just for us.
Yeah, and then they took it away from us with fucking Netflix.
Yeah. And now I gotta have a VPN to watch what I want to watch.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah.
I wish.
Ayo NordVPN.
Or ExpressVPN.
Any
Or
VPN,
Surfshark VPN.
any
I
VPN
don't know about
service.
Surfshark.
I don't know, man. Anybody that wants to sponsor us, I'm down. specifically Blue Chew.
Dude, it's Blue Chew or nothing, man.
It's Blue Chew or nothing.
Yep. Should
Yeah.
be their slogan.
That's
Hey, yo,
yeah.
Blue Chew, hit us up.
That one's
We got
free.
ideas.
Yeah, that one was free. Where were we? We got really sidetracked
Yeah,
with this
we
VPN shit.
we talked about the CGI kung fu.
Oh
intro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's talking about Shaolin and
yeah,
how
and then-
like it can be applied to everyday life.
And then I love how like the next logical step of him to being like, this is how we're gonna spread the message of Shaolin martial arts
Yeah.
is singing.
There was
Okay,
the part
hold
where
on.
where Coach Hung, right? He said like I don't need Shaolin. I'm more of an intellectual.
Yeah,
They use the word intellectual like 2 other times in the movie, and it's really clear none of them agree on what it means.
yeah. But it was like right after that they go to the bun place.
Yeah.
right. And you meet like, I guess the love interest. I don't know how to
Kind of.
characterize her.
Yeah.
But she's like the dopest character in the movie. She's the only one that's like actually just what would you say? Like lawful good.
Yeah,
Right?
like she behaves relatively logically.
Yeah. And
And then
she's
she
using
just becomes a fucking like a white faced fucking JoJo character.
but she's using Tai Chi to make sweet buns.
Yeah.
And then when she's doing the shit with the water and you just see the yin
The
yang,
yin yang.
I'm
That
like,
shit
that
was
is incredible.
crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Someone spent an alarming amount of the budget on this.
Yeah. And like
And it was worth every penny.
but
It was.
so Stephen Chow's character shows up to this bun place
Yeah.
and like does okay, so first off,
no,
if
he points at her and goes,
hey,
"Hey!"
yeah. And he has a set of lungs on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude's got some pipes, right? He held that note for way too long.
Yep.
And then so he starts singing. I
And then
cannot-
the composer hears it. And then
And
the
then-
fire in the eyes. He looks like a JoJo character too.
everybody looked like a JoJo character in that moment because then a dude just has like a mini monologue to himself.
I'm gonna
and
be
just
the
goes,
choreographer.
and
he
he just fire in his eyes and just fucking rips his shirt off and reveals like the most built man on the planet.
yeah, we'll go with that.
A man who's never not
that
bulking.
that dude is built like a cement truck. And
That
then
is
like,
the most like when you think about it, sure, but when it sounds like one thing, but it's like no, it's the shape.
It's the shape.
Not the art.
Yeah, it's the shape. And then so they take part in like the weirdest budget thriller dance off
Yeah,
moment
that was
Yeah.
crazy.
that like was happening in the real world because there's a small part of your brain that goes like, oh, this is just going to be like a musical where like, you know, everybody breaks in a song and dance and then like it's not happening in real life. This is just like a really weird fever dream. But then the owner of the bun place comes out and like, you guys are all fucking crazy. Go sit down.
and everyone gets shamed into sitting down.
The composer had like the most lush lips.
Yeah,
of
dude,
anybody in the
that was so
anyone in the
distracting.
He
movie.
had to have been wearing lipstick.
He had to.
100%.
Yeah.
I think he did like the fucking Kylie Jenner challenge
It
too.
was
That was
so funny.
No, I
Yeah.
think those were his real lips. I just think he had
that's
lipstick.
crazy.
He looked like a really, really problematic representation of some people in
Yeah.
like Japanese animes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, I could
that's
see
what
that.
he looked
He's
like.
definitely
He-
Kamina and Simone's mechanic, if you know what I mean.
He is, yeah.
He might be a professor at Dual Academy. He might have been on Namek for at least 5 minutes.
Yeah. So then
Then they go to the bar.
they go to the
Pitch,
bar
song and dance
to
promote kung fu.
what the fuck was his name? Ironhead?
Iron
Yeah,
Man.
And then there's
dude.
so one, Ironhead's definitely a slur. Like Ironhead is definitely a slur, right? Can we just will this
is
into
one of these times where
Yeah.
because of the kind of movie it is, we can't challenge Eric on this sort
yeah,
of thing.
like
That's fair.
But like, can we just will that into existence? Like canonically, can we just make Ironhead like a really fucked up slur for like Russians?
Russians?
Yeah, like I just want to. I don't know. Like, what is the heaviest populated Russian population in Chicago? Like, where is that located?
I couldn't.
I don't know.
tell you.
We'll search that up. I'm just gonna run around, start pointing at people, calling them Ironheads, and then like let's see how long it takes for me to get jumped.
Dude,
you can say it though.
Based on what I've showed you, like the clips I've showed you, something bad is gonna happen to you in slow motion.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm so excited for November.
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited for November.
But Nikhil, you can say it because you have an iron head. Because all the
kind of.
training you did growing up.
Yeah, dude, since I was a baby.
But I think my favorite part of everything in the bar was when he's talking about like practicing your Shaolin, and he's like, "You probably don't even do it anymore."
He's like,
And
"No,
he was
I
like,
practice
"I
every
practice
day."
this every
and he
day."
gets
His
bottled
boss-
twice in 5 minutes.
without reacting.
My favorite.
amazing.
when the performance is happening, the boss pulls up his suit
Yeah,
jacket
and
he
it's
has
just
two
filled.
empty
Yeah.
bottles holstered.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I can't believe he always have that thing on him. Like, what the fuck?
I can't believe that thing is just a bunch of empty bottles of Heineken.
Yeah.
That is the most Asian thing that
Oh,
you
yeah.
can do. It like every uncle pulls up to the party with like a case full of a
Heineken.
Heineken, and like if my name was Ironhead, like my party trick was getting bottles smashed on my face, like 100%. Because that's the thing, right? Like when you're a little kid and like you have some form of a talent and you're a part of an Asian family, like your parents are always going to call you into the other room and make you dance like a little monkey with like your talent. So for me, it was yo-yos when I was a kid. But if my thing was Ironhead, right?
Your thing kind of sucked because it's something you can bring conceivably anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah, whereas like my thing was like, oh, like I learned how to play the piano.
Yeah.
So it's like unless we're in a specific floor
but it
of the
was like
house, go
so
fuck yourself.
before the piano, it was the saxophone, right? So it would just be like whenever the get together was at my house, it's just like go get your saxophone, like play this song. I'm like, but I don't know how to play it. But then they'd still make you play.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And
if
then
my
you'd just
party
be
trick was
doing
Ironhead.
Epic sax guy.
Yeah, if my party trick was Ironhead, yeah, I'd definitely get a couple Heineken bottles thrown at my
You
face.
probably have a much worse problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Because then it would be like, yeah, I'm going to drink and then I can also like force
it's part of my
recycle the
act.
glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my favorite part of the bar scene was by far when they're getting like beat the fuck up because they
Yeah, like,
suck.
so you're Ironhead, huh?
Yeah, it's like no, he's Ironhead, and then
every time.
yeah, that was really good.
And right before that too, when they're doing the singing and everything themselves, like they're just trying to make each other break
Yeah.
with the
And then
lyrics,
you
and
see
they
it-
just keep the bloopers in
Yeah.
of when they break.
And
Oh,
then
it's
you
great.
see it in the after credit scene too. Mm-hmm. Like
And
just
it's like it's not very different.
yeah. I also just love like the freeze frame. I love how they forced a lot of people to do that. Where instead of just like, doing the typical Hollywood thing where
Yeah.
like you freeze frame and then like
No,
people do like the whole like Matrix zoom around thing with a bunch of different cameras. Like with them, they're just like, okay,
Yeah,
everybody.
that's a guy standing stone still.
It's just like freeze. Like specifically for like the poor woman that was pouring the beer, I'm like, you have to hold your hand like that for fucking 30 seconds.
yeah.
And like you're not holding it with both hands where like you have some form of support. It's just one hand suspended like this.
To be fair, the beer gets lighter over time.
Yeah. But that could not have been the first
it's not.
take.
No, absolutely not.
It's just imagine having to shoot that scene like 18 times. And you're
feel
just like, hey man, can we just fucking use this last one? My arm's gonna fall off, asshole.
I feel like it would be a special form of torture for you to be the person holding the glass, because
Yeah.
every take it's just like, it's just getting more sticky. It's getting more sticky.
Yeah.
No,
I
it was
can't fucking deal with this.
100%. Well, it's always just water, right? Like
Yeah.
you don't use beer on a set.
Right.
It,
Yeah.
maybe there. I don't know what the law is there, but it violates a bunch of like stuff here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. It's just a general rule on movie sets in general because you don't want any of your actors to be
Actually
impaired.
getting fucked up.
You know?
But after that,
Yeah, they visit the brothers in like no particular order. Then there's like
It was just the best because it was like the most classic. Like we're getting the band back together,
yeah.
and everybody's like a misfit.
There's a lightning hands who's like trying to ass kiss this guy even though he doesn't know him. It's like, oh yeah, dude, I've
Dude,
definitely.
I haven't had a
best
job
soccer
in 6
coach.
months.
Yeah,
I haven't had a job in 6 months.
yeah.
I also love how like
you're
they
dressed
were
so
both,
fancy.
they were both just concussed thoroughly by his door.
Yeah.
I'm like, after the first time, you should know. Like, just don't put your face there.
Yeah. And then like the sound effect of like him changing. At first, I thought it was supposed to be the sound effect of them falling over. It's like, this doesn't work at all, but this is some straight like Hanna-Barbera shit. So I'm still with it. And then it was like he changed into the suit thing. I was like, oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Because when they didn't do it the second time, it's like, oh, okay, I figured it out. But yeah, every sort of like Looney Tunes moment with those sort of sound effects just throughout the film, I was like, this is great.
The most charming thing about a Stephen Chow movie is just like how well he breaks the fourth wall without ever giving you any sort of like warning that he's going to do it.
Yeah, like when they're facing Team Bearded Ladies, and it's like, how are they doing that? It must be special effects.
And I love how like the Bearded Ladies was just all of them with just fake mustaches.
Yeah.
So they get the gang back together, and then they go back to like the studio apartment, which Coach Hung is just like, oh man,
wow, you're on the penthouse.
Yeah, like, this is the nicest
you're on
apartment
the
I've seen in my life.
the 59th floor penthouse. Like I can't, like, can I move in with you?
Yeah.
It's a little noisy, but it
like,
works.
the ventilation system is excellent. It's a little noisy, and he's like an open steam valve.
And then I guess it's like the gang finally just realizes they're done with their shit, like their shitty jobs, and they're like, no, let's go do something important, right?
Yeah.
And they all meet. They're all
they
in
all
like
have like a cape animation.
They're all in the equivalent of an open bathrobe with no shirt underneath.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the small brother, he had like a scarf that was tied in the strangest fashion.
Yeah.
It was like a donut tie.
And then they got the gang back together and they formed Team Shaolin.
Yeah, dude. When okay, so the cape thing, right? When the small brother comes up, he's like the first, and the wind catches his scarf and it just goes whoosh, right? It's just like that part of the movie is like branded onto my brain. It's not like when I go when I'm done with this mortal coil, the things I remember last is not going to be any children I have or like my spouse.
It's
or
that thing.
It's going to be that
scene. Yeah, it's whenever like the Joe Rogan drug finally releases itself inside of your body at the last breath you take.
The last
You're
sound
just like,
make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how like everybody always wants their last words to be super dope? Mm. With him, he's just sitting in his like laying down in his deathbed and just and then just flatlines. Fucking idiot.
I told you the lyrics were too intellectual.
And then the training montage also was
dude, the fucking egg.
The egg was so funny.
Like Steel like doesn't want to get his duck sicked. So he throws Iron Shirt under the bus twice.
The bloopers of the egg.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
And it's like what, dude, he had to have it land in his mouth that specific way. And he had a second egg yolk or like a prop egg yolk sitting in his mouth the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I think the best or like the cutest part of the movie is just like they always goes back to the stitched up like fucked up sneakers that he got. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, that is really cute, right?
Yeah.
But then this also just brings me back to the talking point that we had last week. Every good director has a foot thing.
I don't think there was a foot thing in Kung Fu Hustle.
No, that was a hand thing. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's got range.
Do we
he's comprehensive.
Is it are we just thinking about this incorrectly? Is it not like a foot thing? It's just a phalanges thing?
It could be.
It might be a phalanges thing.
And extremities.
It wouldn't be the strangest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. We'll get back to that. Maybe I have a hand thing. I don't know. Feet definitely not for me.
You?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really like thought about it too hard. So we'll get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If we hear Kira's theme.
Yeah, I know. JoJo's already been brought up.
Yeah.
We both know.
You
what
guys
to
can
listen
go
out
ahead
for.
and do that. I don't
Oh,
get
no,
it.
Do you know the bad guy in JoJo Part 4?
The guy whose theme is the toast.
Yeah,
video.
I've heard the theme, but I know nothing about JoJo.
He has a hand fetish.
Oh, how bad of a bad guy is he?
He kills
a serial
women,
killer.
cuts off their hands, and then pretends the hand is his girlfriend until it starts to putrefy, and then he goes to kill someone else.
That's a little bit too
he knows
Ed
when he's
Gainey
going
for
to
me.
he knows when he's going to kill next because his fingernails grow too long.
Yeah, they like it's like supernatural. They like grow very fast.
Okay.
If he's very stressed, it's just
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a lot.
yeah. And
His
so-
power is bombs.
Yeah, he can.
That's neat.
Yeah.
When he
Yeah.
when his
So
stand
when he-
touches something, it'll be a bomb. And
Okay.
there's other variants of that.
He will walk up to a woman.
His whole thing is that he saw a picture of the Mona Lisa. He saw her hands, and he got super fucking hard. So he went to.
Okay, hot take though. Mona Lisa, ugly as fuck. Would never get it. Cannot smash.
Okay.
Yeah. Just putting that out there. She ain't got no eyebrows.
Well, the point I mean is that
She ain't got no eyebrows, bro.
whenever you say I might have a hand thing, that's the first.
That's
I
what-
get very scared.
Okay.
Bum, 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 bum.
This is the worst. Because they're just so deep in my
shit.
ears with it.
But we got the cat too.
Yeah.
But you're holding him.
Uh-oh.
He's got to have the cat. Oh no, he can't have Bill.
No, you can't.
Don't let
him.
Jesus Christ.
Well, anyway, so then there's like the first like game, right? Like they have to learn the basics, but
No.
then-
Yeah.
Okay, so before the game starts, right?
Yeah, no, he has
the
to-
fucking wrench just drops out of this dude's pants.
I'm a mechanic.
he's like, "Sorry, I'm an on-call mechanic. I have to take this with me."
And then the mallet
Yeah,
drops.
So as I said,
Yeah.
I'm a
I am a
mechanic.
mechanic.
But I
And
also
Goldenleg's like, hey man, listen,
we
I know who you guys
yeah,
are for
it's
real,
like,
for real.
listen, it's fine. And then there's no real soccer game, right? It's just them getting their shit robbed. by
There's
these
an
dudes.
embarrassing beginning where like the fake jukes are like literally toddlers trying to fucking play soccer.
No, that is how I imagine every single soccer player looks when they play soccer. Like I don't watch soccer. I don't even pretend to watch the World Cup like every other American does every 4 years.
Dude, I don't either. I'm
but-
fucking half Mexican.
But I'm just like, hey man, if you gotta act like you got Parkinson's to like get that check, go do you, man. Like I'm not gonna fight you on that one, right? But the best part of that first soccer game is the like Saving Private Ryan flashback.
yes. Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
god, 100%.
And then it fades out, and he's holding a fucking
a stick in his shoe. He's holding his own shoe up to his head.
Because like when you see the fucking walkie-talkie that he grabs in
Yeah.
the flashback, it's like that is just paper mache.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's holding up the shoe to his head and like screaming like, "What was
We need
the girl's-
backup. We need a
Yeah.
chopper or whatever the fuck.
Incredible." And then there's like they suffer like this embarrassment thing where like Ironhead has to put like some dude's underwear
I
on his
thought
head.
he was gonna have to duck a sick, bro. I straight up thought he was gonna have to duck a sick when that dude like pulled out the underwear.
That's not really.
Nah.
No.
Yeah, I was like, this is not
This is
this can't-
PG-13.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was like,
Movie's
there's no way
PG-13.
this is actually happening. As
Yeah.
they put it on your head, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Whew.
But then like they all just have this zen moment where they're like, you know what? We don't want to be embarrassed anymore. And then they
No, it
then
wasn't.
they
There's
have
no
to post.
epiphany, right? There's no like, you know what? I've had enough.
Yeah.
It's just very abruptly like, wait.
it's like, oh wait,
Let him
Clouds
cook.
started moving.
yeah.
And then you hear the chimes that you and I have heard a lot more than Jesse has.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, they just start
They're all posed.
winning.
Yeah.
And it was the best part was when Ironhead lands on the dude's stomach.
Oh, yeah.
with his head.
Oh my
And
god.
the
then
pogo.
proceeds to
Amazing.
do like front handsprings with his head.
Yeah.
Shit was insane.
Like how it happened and he just stayed there perfectly straight for a couple of seconds
Yeah.
too after impact. Amazing.
It
Yeah.
was that was so fun.
And how the chubby dude was the one who could fly.
Oh man.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
We completely glossed over this. So the littlest brother,
Mm-hmm.
who is also the biggest man, was working
Yeah.
as like a grocery store clerk, or basically just like
they
a
said
sock
that he
guy.
got like a brain parasite, right? And they don't elaborate on it.
Yeah,
And I think it's
the
like,
entire thing was
there
just
like a big event that happened at this time or what?
well. So their master died, and that's
Yeah.
why like they
Right.
all kind of just
Drifted
split
apart,
apart.
yeah.
But like they said that he got a brain parasite, and it was just like, I guess that was their way of saying like he's really stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But he pulls out a picture of himself when he was still at the Shaolin Temple, and he's like, "This was me before." And
Yeah, and
it
he's
was
like actually pretty cute.
just
Golden Leg was
ripped.
like, whoa, bro, what the fuck did you let happen to yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, dude, brain parasite. They're wild.
Yeah.
So this isn't in the the Chinese version, right? But in the American version, one of the like magazine covers that you see at the end, he lost the weight.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, that's-
Happy ending. Happy
Yeah.
ending.
Yeah.
For him, he was my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, he wasn't my favorite. But my favorite was Iron Shirt because
Oh, absolutely.
he was the best.
Okay, so the blooper with him, right? Like while we're talking about this, the blooper with him where it's like hey, I've kept this secret for 20 years. I love you. And the blooper is like, hey, this is this
Dude,
guy.
why?
Yeah. And it's like, oh, hey, could you tell your wife I said that? Please, thank you. And then he hangs.
Why was that
That's
not
the
the
one they
original?
keep in the American version.
Good, because that is objectively better.
Well,
that was the
that-
last
that
thing
is
that
funnier.
happened.
That is funnier, but like I guess dude, I'm glad that they in the like the version that I guess the most people saw or whatever. I don't know. That they put some respect on his name and made that a blooper instead.
Yeah.
Like I understand. Like okay, like the blooper one, that one is funnier. I could see
Yeah.
it, but it's like, dude, come on,
Because like,
let him have it.
did I miss something, or was that ever like teased or referenced or anything before that?
Oh
moment?
no, it was just
Okay.
a random thing.
Yeah, no, that's why I was like, no, there's no it doesn't need to, like, it being that blooper of like, oh, this is her husband. Yeah, tell your wife I said that.
Yeah.
I was like, why? That
Yeah.
needs to be just the take. Why didn't they use that one?
Yeah.
because
No,
I don't.
You should watch the dub on your own time.
Okay.
It's just as funny.
Yeah,
but it's like
this is-
shorter. They cut out a lot of stuff. First of all, that's why. I
Well,
don't
yeah,
like-
they did cut out a lot of the like pretty
the intro that contextualizes what happened, right? Like, oh, he
yeah.
threw. He was.
Well, it's
he
not
was
just
an
that,
asshole.
but there's also just a lot of just like very, very outwardly anti-American sentiments inside of this
Yeah.
movie that I'm pretty sure they cut out.
Yeah, but like there's like some really important stuff that they leave out.
Yeah, they're
Like
they're
the
definitely
interaction where Mui is like being kind of manic. That's really shortened for some reason.
Mm.
Yeah, when she decides that she's going to dress like a 1980s disco
diva,
girl,
yeah.
like that was so, her shoulders were so large.
Yeah.
That was
Her
wild.
shoulders were so large.
You'd be right on that bench agreeing with all of the homies.
100%. 100%. I'm agreeing with the homies.
Yeah.
So
He really would say, damn, he's spitting in Chinese fluently.
the thing that was really cool was, well, okay, so you guys wouldn't really notice it, I guess, but Stephen Chow switching between Cantonese and Mandarin when he's speaking with everybody else and when he's speaking with Mui is pretty, like, that's pretty hard to do.
Yeah.
Wait,
'Cause
who with who?
So
Stephen
there's
Chow,
like
Right.
there's dialects of
like multiple dialects.
No, I
right?
understand that much, but like,
So,
what character
so
was?
Mui was speaking Mandarin, and then the rest of the homies were speaking in Cantonese.
Mhm.
So like there was always this weird disconnect where like if they had scenes together, he would be doing both things, and I'm
Oh,
like,
shit.
I don't.
Jumping back and forth
Yeah, like,
between whoever
yeah.
he was talking
I'm
with.
sure that if that's your native language, right, and you know multiple dialects, that would
Right.
be
like
quite
my
easy.
dad can do that.
Like
right?
I can barely speak Mandarin as it is, and
Right.
like trying to think about Mandarin and English together, I can't.
Right.
Yeah.
I used to work with an older woman who spoke both.
Mandarin and Cantonese.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think my mom can. I don't remember. But yeah, it's just like the switching between dialects was just really
Right.
impressive. That was just a random thing.
Yeah, like that.
I would bring up.
It's that he doesn't have to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that
And I'm
is
sure
impressive.
And like some of the scenes, it wasn't even like there was just a direct cut and they changed angle. So then now he can mentally reset. Some of it was just one take. He'd do Cantonese with the crew and then Mandarin.
Yeah,
But I guess like everybody can
so like
understand.
just the Shaolin brothers were
Yeah.
Cantonese and then
It's like-
everyone else.
I think they're like
they're
similar enough.
they are relatively similar, but it's a matter of like, I guess if you're working as a Hong Kong actor as well as like an actor for like Chinese cinema, you would have to know both dialects for you to get work.
Mm,
So yeah,
that's a fair point.
but that was just something that I thought was really cool.
Yeah. No, that definitely takes brain power on top of everything.
And then
else.
remembering your fucking lines
Yeah.
too,
100%.
while you're also the director.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's some fucking next level
Yeah.
multitasking.
The actress that plays Mui, I found out that there was like some controversy around her in like the late 2000s. Apparently, she did a photo shoot where she wore this dress that had a Japanese flag motif, which is a big no-no.
Yeah.
The Chinese celebrity.
Yeah.
And there's this whole like conspiracy where basically like a tabloid in China orchestrated the photo shoot to do that as like a form of career assassination.
To her,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, because like the woman who reported on the event happening, she lost her job, and then she like attacked her in public or something. I don't know. I like skimmed all of this
okay.
stuff.
Jeez.
That's
And here I was
Okay,
thinking that
so-
they just went into bowling
so
and
we're
lived
gonna
happily
we're
ever
gonna go
after.
ahead. Yeah, that was like the Time magazine cover at
Dude,
the
I
end
want
was
to see.
really.
I want to
funny.
see Shaolin Bowling.
Yeah, that would be dope.
I was gonna ask if that was like an actual sequel
No.
that happened. Damn.
No.
Stephen Chow, I think, is retired at this point.
Yeah,
He's
he also
like
doesn't do sequels.
He's like 60 something.
Yeah,
So he's
Bowling's perfect.
random. So you brought that controversy up. Did you see one of the Twice members? The controversy with her, Chae Young.
Chae Young.
She's like the tiny one. She's the
you
smallest.
Need to be more
She's the the smallest one.
Okay, yeah.
Right, dude. So they have like an American tour right now. I think currently going on. And in one of her shows, she wore a QAnon shirt.
I did hear about that.
And I'm like, okay,
She has no idea what that means.
I doubt it.
that's the stylist's fault.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm just like, come on, man. Like, dude, they're fucking Korean. Like, the most American thing that they know about is like the Big Mac.
Yeah,
Like, they don't understand why QAnon is funny, right?
yeah.
Because if she was a shit poster on top of being a K-pop star, incredible. She's the best one.
Yeah,
But she's not a shit
objectively.
poster.
Yeah,
Like, if you're a K-pop star,
that's
you literally
the kind
can't.
of thing where it's like, well, the letter Q is a cool letter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Least usable, but the coolest one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like aesthetic.
Yeah.
The Johnny Quest logo. Come on.
But the thing is like, I don't even blame the stylist all that much either, because they were also probably Korean, and they're like, yeah, we just need to find shit with the American flag for the girls to wear on stage.
yeah,
It's like,
it's kind of like when white people get like the fucking Japanese language tattoos.
yeah, and that shit
They don't
says
know
like
what that
sweet
shit
and
says.
sour pork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of like
Yeah.
love eternal or whatever.
Yeah, it's like, no, man, that doesn't say what you think it says.
Right.
Especially if you got that from an Asian dude, he definitely fucked with you, and that says cow pussy.
yeah. Like, it's different over there, right? Because over there they just like American words on things. It doesn't matter what it is.
It's
Yeah.
like there's an entire subreddit for it of just like crazy
yeah, like
American.
they'll wear like really vulgar shit. They don't care.
Yeah, I don't know, but that was really funny.
Yeah,
Back to the movie.
yeah.
We just needed that little break.
Yeah.
Um,
Are we saying that we just left off with the
Well, we got to the
shoulder
first game.
pads?
Yeah, so we got through
Yeah.
like the first game with like the wrench boys.
Yeah,
right?
and those guys are like, "Hey,
And
let's,
then they got recruited
let us on your team." We're
Yeah,
sorry.
because they all did
because
the,
now you can kick
yeah,
our
they
ass.
did. They did all like the we're sorry, and then everybody's doing like the bow, and everybody's trying to go lower than the other one
Yeah.
to show that they're more respectful.
Yeah, it's like, no, I should be thanking you. I'm gonna be so rich.
And then so they finally get to the tournament, and then Mr. Evil as well as Coach Hung like have their meeting.
Mr. Evil.
Yeah,
Before Dr. Evil got his doctorate.
yeah.
That's why
He
he
was-
was the scar.
He was
went
in.
whiteface.
He was in. He was 100% still in like his PhD program, like his
Yeah.
doctorate program at the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why he was so stressed out, you know. But then
until he got them American drugs.
so what? I guess like they had this meeting in like this weird park or like whatever was at the hotel, and then he tried to give him the same deal of like, here's a check. What
That's
was
way later because there's the winning montage after that.
wasn't that before?
No.
No,
so
at first
oh,
it's
so
about
they
like
first
whether
they
or
sign
not he's
up,
allowed in
right?
the tournament.
And Mr. Evil sees the team and is like, "Oh, hey, dude." And then he laughs and he's like, "Yeah, dude, sign up. I don't give a fuck."
Yeah.
And then they take his shoe, and I don't think he ever gets it back. There's
That's
the
really
way-
annoying.
yeah.
Like just missing a shoe.
Yeah.
That's one of the least
Well,
comfortable things.
I mean, he's wealthy, so it's like he probably has other shoes, but just the immediate like I'm not seeing that shoe again
Ever again.
that specific shoe.
And then there is the winning montage, but
Yeah.
like their first game in the tournament when it's just like, okay, it's kickoff, right?
Yeah.
And then
Straight into the goal.
just straight in the goal.
Like, huh? No, that was fake news.
Yeah,
And then immediately afterwards, it's like another one, and then another one, and then
And
they're
keep
just throwing
not
it.
moving.
They're
ever.
throwing a tantrum, and
They
they're
don't
like,
even, like-
dude, just give us. This
Yeah.
is so unfair.
yeah. He's like, let us play.
It's like when he kicks it, it's like they forgot that they're using special effects to make the fucking ball curve because they don't look in the direction of the ball or anything. They're just
Yeah.
all staring
No,
straight ahead.
that is something that you'll notice if we ever do get around to watching Kung Fu Hustle.
Yeah.
That is just something that Stephen Chow does for the comedic timing of just like this is how absurd everything
okay.
is.
Got it. Yeah, it's a choice.
And that's also something. That,
Can I get a clip of just him saying that's a choice? Just that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
Zoomed in, clip, no context.
I'm scared.
Oh, you should be, dude. I'm not gonna use it for good. That's for sure.
I know. That's why I'm scared.
Yeah, this is your gamer moment.
Yeah. I'm gonna make you
Well,
look.
thank God
I'm gonna
we
make
don't
you
have a
look
green
like some-
background.
I'm gonna make you look like something that ends in phobic.
But yeah, there is the winning montage, and then there's what was it? Team Bearded Ladies. When
Yeah.
like they do the close up of the bearded ladies, and it's straight up just them with just fake mustaches.
Yeah.
And then drawn on beards.
Yeah,
Amazing.
it was so funny. And then
And they had like cornrows and stuff, or dreads, or you know what I mean, right? Some of them had.
it might have been
something.
cornrows.
Yeah.
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 And then they had special effects.
Yeah, because they were all doing flips and shit in the air.
At
And
least
then-
the first two.
Yeah.
And then the goalie just scored from the goal, and they're like, all right, well, that's just game.
Yeah.
But
We
yeah,
can't compete
you're
with
right.
that
Their
shit.
goalie was a regular man. Did you guys
Oh
notice
yeah,
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, who?
It was just
yeah.
a guy.
No, I had to rewatch it. I was like, who
Dude,
who is that guy?
I
Is that a
love.
ref?
What was the goalie on the Shaolin team's
I thought
name?
Lightning Hands?
Lightning Hands. I love how they just gave him the yellow jumpsuit.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was the best.
Yeah.
That was the best.
Yeah, like it's fucking
callback to-
Steven Chow. Like, listen, it was like, hey, you know who you put this on?
Yeah, that was so funny.
Oh, dude, and when he did I love
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that was
Wait,
so
what
good.
is that?
That's the thing
So-
that Bruce Lee does.
Yeah,
Oh,
in,
really?
in a lot of his
Yeah.
movies.
Because I got that he was supposed to look like
So
Bruce Lee and everything.
remember-
That I understood.
Remember when the gang was really about the Ip Man movies?
Yeah.
At the end of Ip Man 2, there's this scene, it's like an after credit scene, basically.
Yeah, Bruce
where
Lee
this
shows up.
Bruce Lee shows up. You don't know it's Bruce Lee, but it's this little kid saying like, "Hey, teach me kung fu." And Ip Man's like, "Why do you want to know kung fu?" And he says, "To beat up people I don't like." And he laughs, or he's like childish mentality. He's like, "Hey, what's your name?" And he does the nose thing, and he's like, "My name." And then he says his name in Chinese, but it's like
It's just Bruce
the
Lee.
subtitles like, my name is Bruce Lee."
Yeah,
Mm.
And he says, "Come back when you're a little more grown up."
Mm.
Ip Man 2 low-key
Yeah.
sucked.
Kind of, yeah. That was good though. That last
Yeah.
part, that was like, ooh.
Yeah.
And then
Which
because-
one was two? Was that with like
the one
all
where
five
he
guys?
boxer.
he fought colonization
Yeah, and won.
and won.
Yeah,
But
well,
the-
that's how you know,
what
it didn't happen.
Yeah, you know what the meme is?
Yeah.
Definitely didn't happen until
Yeah.
1999.
Yep.
So was that the one where he got shot?
No,
Or
that
was
was
that
the
the
first
first
one.
one? Okay.
In the first one, he gets shot. He fights a Japanese general.
Yeah.
The second one, he fights an Australian boxer,
British.
British.
Because they ran away to Hong Kong after
After he got
uh,
shot.
yeah.
after he got shot, and then that was when Hong Kong was still a British colony.
Yeah, so he couldn't just go back.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're
and
gonna
then-
run from colonization to somewhere that's already been colonized.
Yeah.
So at
Well,
least it's the norm already.
but I guess like the entire thing is like it's better to live under British rule than it is to live under literally rape of Nanking,
Yeah.
Japan.
Oh,
you know?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, like damn, that's Shinzo Abe's dad. Like, that's crazy.
And like in the third one, it's this other guy who like also practices Wing Chun, and like he's really mysterious. And then like his wife gets mysteriously sick, and then Bruce.
Oh, he also fought the Thai Muay Thai guy. Not
pay.
Muay Thai. Not Muay Thai. But he is a Thai actor
Yeah.
for Imbok.
Ong Bak.
Ong Bak.
Yeah.
The actor for that is like one of the main henchmen.
That was the feather duster one, right?
No.
No,
This was the elevator fight.
Yeah.
It's right outside of the elevator.
Yeah, where
Oh,
he's
fuck,
trying to protect his wife and
Yeah.
stuff.
I
Yeah.
have not seen
That was
this in a while.
good choreography. That
It
was
was
cool.
all the choreography in. We're getting so sidetracked.
So
Yeah.
sidetracked.
All of the choreography in Ip Man is dope. The problem is like they didn't need to make more than one.
Yeah.
I think the other problem is how we're taking Shaolin Soccer and making the episode about the one movie about all of like fucking Asian martial arts movies.
Well, they're all really
With-
cool to be
they-
fair.
they
Yeah,
are.
they're all dope.
They're all
Yeah.
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 We're
it's like-
taking the parody and talking about
so
the
the
genre.
problem is like you haven't seen Kung Fu Hustle.
yeah.
So
I
like
guess.
we know you've seen
Yeah.
we know you've seen Ip Man because your wife forced you to watch 1 through 2. Like
Yep.
1, 2, and maybe 3.
Oh, 3 in theaters.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
I don't remember any of it.
yeah, that's rough.
Wait, no, it might not have been.
No, it was
3.
4 because he fought Mike Tyson. Yeah. Yeah.
No. No, I think it was a different. Like it was about Ip Man, but it wasn't an Ip Man movie
Okay.
or something like that.
But the
It was-
thing is
it was
like
called
we
Donnie
would-
Yen.
it was
I
called
don't know.
Grandmaster, right?
That was it. Yeah,
so,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Donnie Yen isn't
the
in
thing
that.
is
Yeah.
like I would make a lot more references about Kung Fu Hustle, but like I don't want to ruin it because I want you to watch it for a future
That's
episode.
Fair. That's fair.
Bro, when the
I'm
at
trying so hard not to do it
the,
too.
at the end when the Terrys get froggy. So you got to do it like that so he doesn't know what the
Yeah.
fuck you're talking about.
Whole Axe King be hidden, you know?
Oh yeah.
Train being a run.
Yeah.
That sounds bad.
Maybe. You'll have to find out later.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. He tries to sell the team, but then there's also like the super dope, like 50 Cent-esque like training montage that happens when like they're all just underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking wild. Like
Oh,
all
he
the
does-
scientists and computers
it's a
are also.
steel-plated soccer ball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the like there's a
I
fucking
didn't even catch that.
yeah, as a depth charge and shit.
It was, dude, I love how just comic booky this.
Yeah.
He had the
it
one
wasn't
dude with
even
the
a-
umbrella.
So
just because
when
he
you
knew.
find out like oh they're on like super duper steroids, right? They get really veiny.
Yeah.
All of them are just reasonably fit.
Yeah.
You know what's the
they're
funniest
they're
fucking
like
part about
they're
that?
not
though?
overweight.
No.
Like they're carb conscious and they eat a lot of protein.
Yeah.
Like
No,
that's just their build.
My favorite thing about that was how like when they show like all the veiny shit, you see the guy move a little bit, but none of the veins move. You're like,
Yeah.
that's just a fucking
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
CGI.
It's so
overlay.
funny.
This is amazing.
Yeah. It's like so the movie had a budget of $10 million.
Yeah.
And then it grossed 42. So I'm like reasonably
Yeah.
that's pretty fucking good.
10 million for a movie that would require this much CGI. That's not a
Yeah,
lot.
especially back
Yeah.
in like
Yeah.
2001
Yeah.
because this was not an easy movie to like
No.
pull off,
No.
right?
And that
lot
kind
of
of, I think that
wires.
speaks to like its quality that like the CGI is garbage the
it's
entire
it's
time.
also just like
yeah.
the slapstick of the
So
slapstick
good.
comedy that
Yeah.
that was just like the nature of Stephen Chow's comedy. It is timeless. Like no
Yeah.
matter how old I get, this is
Yeah.
always going to be funny.
Yeah.
100%.
It's like you'd have someone who's like really like, oh well, the special effects are this or that. It's like, dude, I don't care.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
like the bad special effects is what makes this movie
Yeah,
incredible.
dude, that
like
shit is
that's why it's
hilarious.
campy. Like what the fuck are you
Right.
saying?
Like when he kicks the ball and it turns into the fire bear.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
And I just love
and it's like he clearly passed the 3/4 point, so the travel time.
and then it's also like you go back to that scene with like the choreographer and the composer and it's just like the fire in their eyes and how fucked that looked and then it's just the fire in the background you're
Yeah.
like this is so
that's the
good.
That's the same
Same.
fire.
Yeah. It's so good.
Every single
Yeah,
time.
like, this cost $50,000. We're using it.
Yeah.
every time.
Every time. Anytime that fire happens, this is we need it.
It was so good.
And then I guess we're pretty much close to the end at that point, right? So
Yeah.
there's like the
Yeah, he has
Mui
he
being
has the thing
manic
with
as fuck.
Mui, and it's like, oh, he rejects her for some reason.
I think the whole thing was her being like, "Oh yeah, like if you need your shoes repaired, like you can come back here, right? Like you're still gonna come back here." And he's like, "Nah, bro, we got money now. Like we can just go buy new ones." And she started,
Yeah, he
being,
kind of like lost sight of like I think it was supposed to be like, oh, he lost sight of what he wanted.
yeah, of like what's important to him,
Yeah.
right? And I'm just like, nah, but he's spitting facts though. Like
Yeah.
you don't need to sew the shit up with cute pandas anymore. We can get Reeboks.
Dude, she doesn't have to. She gets to. Come on.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I would wear those.
But then like the final game, they're just getting their shit pushed in, completely trounced.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh yeah, I guess like American drugs can just give you Shaolin training now.
Yeah.
It's like, hey guys,
Shaolin training, the giant like
children of
Smokies.
divorce. Hold on. Hold on. Children of divorce. This is not us telling you to inject your veins with fentanyl. Okay? We're doing our
I
part.
don't think fentanyl is a stimulant.
That's what I'm trying to get at. Just because these relatively fit Chinese men were able to inject drugs and get Shaolin training does not mean that fentanyl does the same thing. Don't do drugs. Okay, we can continue.
But yeah, it also doesn't give you the ability to unleash the demon of soccer or whatever the fuck that shit was.
So funny.
Yeah.
That shit was straight up like a Yu-Gi-Oh animation.
Yeah.
Like that fucker summoned Thunder Dragon in attack mode. And like
What was really funny to me is that the drugs didn't make them strong. It didn't increase their athletic performance. It taught them kung fu.
yeah, it's just like we extracted like the enzyme from the poison ivy plant that gives you Shaolin Soccer.
It's like they put their master in a hydraulic press and like distilled whatever liquid came out.
It's Shaolin
You know how
espresso.
your master died.
Yeah, and like the evil steel leg homie had a double shot.
Yeah,
Or some shit.
that was the stupidest
God.
shit. And
The
then
goalie blocking the fucking fire bear one-handed was
Yeah,
definitely
he's
some
like-
other anime
yeah,
shit.
and then he's just
And
like
he has like weirdly long hair that it doesn't look like it's the right color.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then so like at that point, you know, they were like, "Oh, we're a man down, right? Like we can't keep going."
Yeah.
And then I don't know, I guess they like bent the rules because Mr. Evil said so.
Yeah, well, it's like he explained like I like the commissioners are in my pocket. I've paid the referees.
Oh yeah, and then like he had that really dope cha-cha dance number.
Yeah.
That was super
Oh
fun.
my God, I forgot
That was
about
the
that.
best.
I
No,
like
but then
how
what's
that's
her
like a
face shut
very
up?
specific era in like Chinese film where if you want to dance, you have to say cha 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 cha.
Yeah, it was incredible.
It's in your
listen.
contract.
I'm just letting you guys know that's still happening in like Asian family get-togethers. Every dance the fucking cha-cha. Like don't
honestly,
fuck with
dude,
me.
honestly, thank God.
I like do the cha-cha.
Yeah, and then that's when Mui comes in and she like runs to the wrong goal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah,
then
it's like, oh, that's right. She
like
doesn't
she
know
has
about
no
soccer.
idea what this game is.
Yeah.
And then they you know, they're like, "Oh yeah, it's just like this ET looking bitch over here, right?" And then
He says phone home. I was like, oh my
yeah,
God.
incredible.
Yeah, and then the blooper, like probably the first time he said it, they both like die laughing.
Yeah. And then so like he gives her, or the evil steel leg gives her the good old fire bear again.
Yeah.
And she just absolutely
She gives him the old you.
Yeah, the Ip Man Tai Chi, like, hold up, let me cause like the greatest natural disaster that's ever hit Hong Kong. And like destroys the soccer field.
And I think kills
For like
three
the third
men.
time. Yeah.
At least 7.
Yeah.
At least 7.
Like
everybody died.
The goalie, I think the goalie is dead for sure.
If not of like
The goalie's
actual
never
physical
walking again.
damage, if not of physical damage, of embarrassment. Dude, and
Dude got crossed by just a soccer ball.
Yeah.
I mean, like he tried to stop it, and then like his whole,
It just went
all
the other
his,
way.
All of his clothes also just blew off.
Yeah.
I'd die.
Yep.
And then they have a huge celebration.
Mm-hmm.
But so there was also the point where like Stephen Chow's character just passes out.
Yeah, because one of his legs is broken,
Ah, okay.
and he has to jump off of his broken leg to kick it with his good leg.
Yeah, and he had to do like a full spin because he's
Yeah.
like, bro,
Yeah.
we're causing
Yeah, dude.
this is a class 5 tornado.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like we are taking down the entirety of Oklahoma. Like
Yeah.
fuck that state.
I think something happened there recently.
What?
I think something happened there recently.
Stephen Chow, shout outs to you, man. Thank you for ruining every single flyover state.
No, I mean,
We
actually,
flat planes.
I think that a tornado actually went through somewhere in Oklahoma like a day or two ago.
I mean, like, it's one of the flattest states. That's just bound to happen.
Yeah.
We get a bunch of tornado
let's date
warnings.
the video again, boys.
It's fine.
Yeah.
There's bound to be another anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's like
Yeah.
I just wanted him to know, like, hey, you said something that's far more insensitive than you realize.
Okay, listen. If the politicians of North America don't give a shit about Oklahoma or Montana, why should I?
Oh, quick.
That's fair.
Quick, he's getting political. We gotta end it. We're so close.
Wait, hold on. But yeah, they go into the whole they go into the whole celebration thing, and then
They didn't kiss.
yeah,
That's not really a thing that happens in these movies.
Yeah, I appreciate
yeah,
that.
not specifically. Yeah, specifically in like Stephen Chow movies, I can't think of like any moment where like there's the really cheesy
They're just like, it's
Yeah.
it establishes that they ended up together.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's very much so like they don't think you're too stupid to realize what's happened.
Yeah.
So again, Abby Shapiro, that's what you're supposed to fucking do with movies. Sorry. I'm still really, really wound up about
How do you
this.
feel about this woman, man?
Really, I don't like her. I don't like her.
Oh, I thought,
I don't know. It sounds kind of like a hate fuck.
yeah.
Maybe, but only if Ben Shapiro's watching.
Yeah, like you got some shut up, I hate her energy going on.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. So thank you. Dove Cameron, listen. I am most definitely a very committed monogamous person. So this is definitely not me trying to step out of the potential relationship that we may share with each other. So
Bro, don't look at me
Oh,
when
dude,
you say
he's,
that.
he's doing a
Look at
slow
her.
boil on this one.
Don't
Look at her.
do not take anything that they're saying seriously. This is just jokes. These are goofs. These are gaffes. I would still love it if you would come onto the podcast, and I don't know what movie we would watch, but you can pick, and then I'd like to take you out to a nice dinner afterwards. Okay, cool. Ratings.
Okay, hold on. I just want to make. I went that way because I couldn't remember her name, and I couldn't say like, "Hey, man, you didn't give your shout out to your girl."
Yeah.
So I'm glad we found a way to get
I was worried
there.
that he switched to a new girl.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm very much so committed to this.
I would
Yeah.
have been so mad.
Listen,
like you
okay.
made me watch Cloud 9.
Okay.
And I was like, not even a whole month.
I said that I am attracted to like just mediocre women, right?
Yeah.
Abby Shapiro is definitely below mediocre.
Mm.
She's a grifter. I'm a grifter. We can't work in the same industry. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like when I start trying to sell my version of holy water, which is just LaCroix, like flat LaCroix,
Yeah.
like I can't have her being there being like, oh yeah, no, buy my version of holy water, and it's like
Her
flat
bath
bubbly.
water.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that. There's too much conflict there. But yeah, final poster of the movie with the Times couple.
Yep.
Right,
Mhm.
and
Yep.
then everybody's just doing fucking
Kung
Shaolin
Fu
Kung Fu.
to park their fucking
Yeah.
cars and everything.
That's
Amazing.
the world. That's the world that one of our homies
The
wishes
same
that
the same
was real.
hip chick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then
Yeah,
she just like
slips on the banana,
and then she's like,
like
nah. This fucking banana peel is not going to get me again.
Yeah.
yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
You know what was like a bad thing though? In the American version, do you know what happens at the end?
No.
It's the same, obviously, but the song, instead of like that nice little song, it's everybody was kung fu fighting.
That's
Yeah,
a choice.
it is. Eric, can I get that one too? That one's different tonally. I can really mix it up. Like that one has some darkness to it.
He said that after he said something really fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he
You're
said
welcome.
something that got Mike Pence hard.
Dude.
Yikes. All right.
The most phobic man.
Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and get into the we're gonna go ahead and get into the ratings.
This has to be an 8 out of 10. This was so much fun. Especially after how long we'd been on bullshit.
It's just like
Oh my
after
God.
the torturous month that we
Yes.
had. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
It hits a lot harder.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. I am going to give it 6 out of 6 holstered empty Heineken bottles.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say this is an 8.5 Bings out of 10 bongs.
Cool.
Again, that wraps it up.
Next month is going to be
Animal month.
/pet month, because I think there's like National Pet Day.
I think
I
that's what
think
it was.
so. Something like that.
And so next week, our movie, I had a lot of time to think about it. I thought about Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I thought about The Emperor's New Groove. I thought about John Wick. But those might be movies that at least Nikhil would pick. So instead, I picked another one that Nikhil might have forgotten about. Next week, we're watching We're Back, a dinosaur story.
Oh no! Oh my god, dude! I don't know how Eric's gonna feel about it.
I don't know what that is.
It's a movie about this.
It's Spielberg. It's an animated.
It's an animated movie. It's about dinosaurs in modern day America, in like Manhattan, I think, is where it takes place.
It's
and so like a T-Rex eats cereal that makes you smart, and he can talk and stuff, and he's pretty cool.
This is gonna be like Baby Boss.
Boss baby. Hold up.
Oh,
Baby Boss?
It's Boss Baby? Holy shit! This is how little I know about animated movies.
That is the Atlantic Rim of Boss Baby. Like, what the hell? No, Atlantic Rim is a real movie.
No, it's not. All right, cool. Do the thing. All the links in the all the links in the description.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah. Shout outs to Dove Cameron. Bye.